Hey everybody, I hope that the sound is in sync. I really need to find some new software because OBS is terrible. I keep having to make adjustments. So hopefully everything's fine. I'm sure you'll let me know if it's out of sync. But hello everybody, happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday, happy 1 year anniversary, well, with like in the last week, of me being a full-time professional YouTuber. So it's in sync, it's fine, thank goodness. Great. So new merch, and I'm utilizing my green screen here, as you can see. I just got the green screen a couple, like I guess like a month ago, and I've used it for a couple things, including the thing yesterday with me ripping off Tim and Eric. So hope everybody's doing great, and yeah. So I guess I'll just kind of let this fill up first. Oh, hold on. Actually, it's my fault. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. I need to make this public. There we go. I'm having this on I had this on unlisted. So, okay. Well, there you go. Great job, Andrew. Great work. Yep, so hope everything's still in sync. Yeah. I'm like, why is there only like a couple people in here? Like, does nobody like me anymore? Okay, so I'll let this fill up. Hello, everybody, again. It's November. It's been just a little over a year since I quit my regular job and started being a YouTuber. So, yeah. So, I guess I know a whole bunch of you in here already. Tell me, where you're from. That would be fun. Like, say where you're from, and maybe I'll answer some questions. And I have an agenda. I have some things I want to talk about. So we can do that once it starts filling up. Once I get like 10,000 viewers. No, I'm kidding. I don't think it'll be that much. And I've been wanting to do a live stream for a little while. It's been about 2 months, and just like hanging out and saying hi to all of yous. So yes, you're here. You can start. Excellent. But behind me is my green screen, which I just bought. I guess about a month ago. It's been pretty useful, ripping off Tim and Eric and Keemstar, doing a Keemstar homage, and using the Ultra key in Premiere. As long as you light the green properly, you should be fine. You can't be too close to the green screen, otherwise, no matter what, you can't light it because there's shadows. So you just definitely have to have a little room between yourself and the green screen. So, oh, what was my job before? I was working. I don't want to give too much away, but I was working in news. I was a senior video producer, and I had the worst time. It was one of the worst jobs I've ever had, one of the worst bosses I've ever had. And then I hit 100,000 subscribers, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna see if I can make this YouTube thing work. So it kind of did work. So and there's Poofy. Say hi to Poofy, everybody. Let's see here. What can we talk about? Well, all right. So this is filling up. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for hanging. I guess one of the first things I could ask is, I guess you've seen all of the you saw the first part of the debate coverage. The second part will probably go up on Saturday because I didn't want to put it out the day before Thanksgiving or on Black Friday. I don't think anybody will watch it. But everybody's stuck at home on Saturday, and I got nothing to do, so might as well put it out on Saturday. So that's the plan. And I haven't even finished the script yet, but it's getting there. So you guys have been watching the debates, or at least my debate coverage. At this point, who do you think is going to be the nominee on the Democratic side? Not who you want, but who you think is actually going to become the nominee. So you tell me what you think. Ducks are cool. Thank you very much, Q. That's very, very kind of you. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, Yang Gang. I know everybody wants Andrew Yang to be the Democratic nominee. But definitely, who I think it's probably. See, it's really hard to tell. I kind of want to say Biden, but he just keeps bumbling and fumbling in these debates, and if he picks somebody terrible like Stacey Abrams as his vice presidential pick, like he won't last. If he says who his pick would be before he gets the nomination, that could affect him too. So yeah, and Warren, it'll be Michelle. I was watching Tucker Carlson, and he was basically saying, well, Michelle could come in the spring, but I don't think that Michelle Obama is going to want to run against Trump and lose against Trump, because that would just destroy Obama's legacy. She's sitting this one out. I do not believe that she is going to enter this field. It's a disaster. I actually can't imagine any of these people as the president of the United States. I don't see it. Not Biden, not Yang, not Tulsi. I don't think anybody is going to get into the White House. So, Burisma scandal will end Biden. Not yet. I think the Democrats are kind of just trying to ignore it, and unless there's an if there's an impeachment trial, Biden and his son could probably be called as witnesses, and if they refuse, then he's totally screwed. If they go in, they're kind of screwed too. So, oh yeah, they're calling Obama a conservative now. Well, he's definitely a lot more moderate. Got an ad for Yang on this video. That's amazing. Andrew for president. I do not want to be president. Oh, you mean Andrew Yang for president? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Wow, 184 people. That's cool. All right. I guess I'll start with my little agenda here. First of all, if you have not been to the Teespring store and seen any of my merch, I got a lot of really cool shirts. And if you use promo code WANGGANG, you will get 15% off between now and I guess sometime in December. So buy your girlfriend a really cool professional mansplainer shirt. Why is this not working? There we go. Professional mansplainer shirt. I know Poofy has one of these. So, do I still play Overwatch? No. I haven't played in like a month. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Anyway, so head to the Teespring store. You get 15% off with promo code WANGGANG, all capital letters. Then, of course, there's my Patreon, which is super, super helpful for me buying new equipment. I just bought a new monitor, which I'm receiving tomorrow, apparently. This green screen, paying for crew when I shoot man on the street stuff. So it's super helpful. All of my Patreon pals, I appreciate all of you. Really, really do appreciate you. And right after, and this is not going to be a long live stream today, but if you want to be part of the channel member live stream, which is a little bit more chill, a little bit more hanging out, it's $4.99 a month. You get at least one live stream. I did 2 last month. And you get a really cool badge next to your name. So definitely, think about joining the channel. And I'm on Instagram because it's so important for my branding. So definitely, maybe you might want to check it out. Don't Walk Around Productions. Thank you, Poofy. Poofy is my amazing moderator. So that's Instagram. And then of course there's the Discord, which we don't even have to talk about that. Okay. So, let's get into it. This is the first thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Jeffrey Epstein because, the jail guards that were supposed to be watching him were apparently walking around the common area. They were napping and they were doing online shopping within like an 8 to 16 hour period. I can't even remember. So it's something ridiculous. So I wanted to play this because I thought this is really funny. This is on Fox earlier.
Today, a lawyer representing one of the guards says that he believes that both guards are being scapegoated and they don't deserve to be blamed for this death. In fact, they say that their employer, the Bureau of Prisons, deserves a lot more of the blame for really having a flawed, short-staffed federal prison system across the country.
Oh, it's the system. It wasn't the guards. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't that they were taking a nap or online shopping. No, it was the system. So then the lawyer comes out, the attorney for one of the two says this, and it's just mind-blowing.
Where are the supervisors? Where are the people who made the policy decisions? Why didn't Mr. Epstein have a cellmate at the time that this happened? These are all things that are very important, but we don't have answers. All we have is a rush to judgment, a rush to charge the smallest, the people who are getting paid the least, and make those people pay for the problems and the things that didn't happen throughout an entire system.
Don't blame the people that are being paid the least. That would be silly. Don't hold the people accountable for not doing their jobs because it's just the system. Just don't do it. It's just unfair. It's unfair. This income inequality. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire. These guys made like what, 40 grand a year to watch people. No, it's terrible. You can't do that. So just, I mean, it's going to come out that they might have been bribed. I mean, they were like, oh, well, here, let me see your phones. Oh, you were on Teespring buying Don't Walk Around shirts. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, I have gay hair? I have some gray hair. I've had gray hair for a while. Building 7 didn't kill itself. I was talking about Building 7 last night. Because I actually got sucked into that whole thing thinking, oh, maybe it is a conspiracy, but totally not. It's totally not a conspiracy. But thank you again for that. Spider Guard is here. Hello, Spider Guard. Barbie Bindi is here. Hello, Barbie Bindi. Let's see. So, F's in the chat for Epstein. And just New York is just ridiculous. So here's I didn't see the Crowder video. I kind of we were talking about it last night and I kind of forgot about it. So all right, so here's the second thing that I wanted to talk about because this is all really just bizarre. So New York, there's no cash bail in New York anymore. Because God forbid you keep criminals in jail or accuse criminals in jail. Which is just mind-blowing. So I just want to read some of this here. Because, they want to reduce mass incarceration. And people can, basically, if it's a felony, you'll probably stay in jail. But if it's like a misdemeanor, then you'll probably get arrested, fingerprinted, go through the system, and they'll go, okay, please come back for your trial, for your court, for your court appearance, which is just insane. So it says, to address these concerns, officials with the Mayor's Office of Criminal Justice are launching a new program called Atlas to ensure defendants return to court for their hearings and avoid committing crimes while awaiting trial. So basically, it's free housing assistance, mentoring services, job training, family counseling to something like 10,000 defendants a year. Where's my job training? Where's my free housing assistance? I haven't committed a crime. Why do all these people get special treatment? Oh, we don't want to put them in jail, but we're going to spend tens of millions of dollars to give them all these things, and then what happens if they're found guilty? Now, when I say misdemeanor, I'm talking about, if you enter somebody's apartment or a hotel room and you're not supposed to be there, and you're caught doing it, that's a misdemeanor. If somebody breaks into your home without a gun, and you find them sleeping in your bed, or they're robbing your possessions, they get arrested and then they go out free. And then this is the best part. In the past, because the participation of defendants is voluntary, Atlas differs from the existing mandatory supervised release programs where incentives, including tickets to Met games and sporting events, are sometimes used to encourage defendants to participate. So in other words, they give out Mets tickets, they give out gift cards, they give out all these dumb little things so basically somebody gets arrested, they're guilty, they're definitely guilty, and they're like, hey, if you show up in court, we're gonna give you these prime seats at the Mets game. It's unreal. And de Blasio has no idea how much it's going to cost. Not a clue. It's going to be millions of dollars. Because it's not like the Mets are just saying, hey, we're going to give these as a public service. Veritas, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. So, yeah, de Blasio doesn't know. And it's just ridiculous. And the fact that the Senate flipped last year to a Democratic majority, and the legislature has been Democratic for a while, and with the Democratic governor, this no cash bail thing just totally went through, and there needs to be a balance. Fine, you don't want. I mean, if it's a low level crime, you don't want to put people in jail all the time. But if they're committing crimes, being let go and then committing more crimes, that's a problem. So this is the new incoming police commissioner talking. He's a little skeptical of this whole thing. So I want to play that.
Filling the jails with people and then waiting for them to come out and wondering why it's not getting better when they're right back in as a recidivist. It's the same discussion to me as the is it a good idea to give people Mets tickets? I don't know, but I'm willing to try different things.
I don't know if it's appropriate, but gotta try something. I mean, if somebody's guilty of a crime and they know they're going to go to jail, no amount of Mets tickets is going to get them to appear in court. It's just insane. Ian Leslie, thank you very much for the free YouTube money. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So it's just so weird. And I was actually thinking about doing a video about it, but there really weren't a lot of sound bites. There really wasn't much to it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to save this for like a live stream. Because it's I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that there should be, like, where do we draw the line? You know, like in San Francisco, there's Prop 47, which basically allows people to shoplift as long as they're under $950, and then they get a citation, and they might go to court, and they might go to jail, but probably not. And we're talking about a lot of homeless people and a lot of mentally ill people who are taking advantage. King Chach, I hope I said that right. King Chach, money. Thank you very much. So just anyway, this has just been bothering me. I mean, look at this. This is a misdemeanor. A person is guilty of criminal trespass in the second degree when he or she knowingly enters or remains unlawfully in a dwelling. Like, that's scary. I wouldn't want to come home and then see somebody in my home and then go, well, they're going to arrest you, but they're probably going to let you back out, like, I don't know, like within minutes. That's scary. And it really makes me want to leave New York. Because and then on top of that, we're a sanctuary city. So when you have, let's say, somebody who should not be in the country gets arrested, they'll go through the system and they might go to jail, but they won't be given to ICE. They won't tell, unless they're like a brutal murderer, and maybe, you know, but they generally don't. Like, if somebody gets arrested for drunk driving, they're not going to go, oh, and by the way, afterwards we're going to get deported. Like, that's not what they do. Mike G, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It really helps, because I just bought a new monitor, and that's all. Everything I get today is going to go to this huge monitor. We need more screen real estate. So here's the second thing to worry. How do I feel about abortion? I think that there needs to be a fine. And thank you, Red 6UA. I think you need to find a line between science and religion, and lean more towards the science. And quite frankly, I think that people should really, states should really consider just giving out. I mean, the states give out condoms like they're candy, but they should also give out Plan B, and just like, look, if you need it, I'd rather you take Plan B than have a procedure, 8 months later. It just makes no sense to me. So thank you for that. Schmoopers, boop, thank you very much. Okay, so here's the second thing I wanted to talk about. Elizabeth Warren. She has a whole bunch of plans. That's her thing. She has plans. None of them are very good, but lots of plans. And I'm not talking about Medicare for all, because it's so complicated, and honestly, this is the one that's kind of been driving me crazy. So I'm going to play a clip from the first debate. The first debate with Elizabeth Warren. So check this out, and then we'll talk about it.
So here's what I propose for an industrial policy. Start with a place where there's a real need. There's going to be a worldwide need for green technology, ways to clean up the air, ways to clean up the water. And we can be the ones to provide that. We need to go tenfold in our research and development on green energy going forward.
Okay, so first of all, she wants the federal government to invest money into green technology, into stuff that's going to save the planet. And sure, that's fine. It's not a guarantee, that any of it's going to help. I mean, you're just throwing money at a thing. Here, I'm going to play
And
this.
then we need to say, any corporation can come and use that research. They can make all kinds of products from it.
I don't know what kind of products exactly. We're gonna give like a whole bunch of money to research and development, to R&D. And then we're going to make this magic thing, which she doesn't know what it is. And then corporations are going to want it, right? And we'll give it to them, but there's a catch.
But they have to be manufactured right here in the United States of America. And then we have to double down and sell it around the world.
Okay, so to recap, we're gonna put in like $1 trillion into research and development to make a thing that we don't know what it is, and then corporations are gonna want it, but they can only make it here in the United States, in like Ohio and Michigan and like the industrial Midwest. So it's great. That's great. It all depends on whether you can actually, this thing exists. You can actually make it. I don't know what it is. It's a magic thing. It's magic technology.
There's a $23 trillion market coming for green products. We should be the leaders and the owners, and we should have that 1.2 million manufacturing jobs here in America.
And it's going to create this technology that we don't know what it is. We're going to make new jobs. We're going to create 1.2 million jobs. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Charles Duke, thank you very much. So, I mean, it's just so weird that like all of these plans come with these intangibles. Like, okay, well, if we throw money at a problem, we'll solve it. We have to. I mean, we've thrown billions of dollars at cancer. I mean, cancer's cured, right? You know, homeless, that's gone. That's gone. We spend, billions of dollars a year on that, and that's gone away too, right? So, Green New Deal, she's insane. But the dumbest thing is that so we don't know what it is. It could be huge. It could be like a new type of wind turbine. If we make it in the middle of the country, then it needs to be transported. And we don't have electric planes or trucks or trains or whatever. We're just going to have to, transport it to the coast and then transport it to every country. And they're going to want it. They're going to want to buy it. They're not going to rip us off. And they're not going to say, oh, well, we'll take this idea and we'll improve on it because there's patents or whatever. Like Thailand, let's say they need it. We're gonna ship it all the way from Ohio, all the way to Thailand, all the way to Germany, all the way to France. It's fine. It'll totally work because we have to make it here. That's her plan. It needs to be made in the United States. She's insane. I'm gonna play this other clip from the second debate or third debate.
Climate crisis is the existential crisis for our world. It puts every living thing on this planet at risk. I have a plan for a green industrial policy that takes advantage of the fact that we do what we do best, and that is innovate and create. So I've proposed putting $2 trillion in so we do the research.
$2 trillion on a thing that we don't know what it is. But it's going to create jobs, so it's all fine. It just works. It'll just work. And Joe Biden said he's gonna cure cancer. Too. Remember that? Remember that genius? And so anyway, looking at this plan, because she talks about she compares the climate change, the existential threat to World War II and the moonshot. First of all, with World War II, we knew what we were building. We knew we built ships, we built tanks, like things that already existed, right? We just pumped money into things that we knew we needed and we could sell to our allies. And the moonshot, like we knew we needed a rocket, right? Like, we needed that. We knew that. And we knew we needed a lunar lander and like a control module. So we knew we needed all those things. We just needed to, like, we had 10 years to make it, to make sure that, you know, we could go into space and it would work. But she's like, we should replicate that model, which with dedicated institutes for clean energy research. Like, but what is it? What is it going to be? Those fans that I pointed out, you know, where they suck the carbon out? Because those already exist and those are already patented. So are we going to find something that's better than that? Are we just going to buy it from? Are we going to say, hey, here's $2 trillion, just make it? You know, like what? How is it working? I mean, that's so much money. That's $2 trillion, and that's over 10 years. So it's a lot. Oh, and then this is great too. We're also, in the meantime, there's going to be a federal government, like an initiative where the federal government buys green technology from you know, like companies that make green technology. So there's to get a federal contract, you need to pay all employees at least $15 an hour. Guarantee employees have at least 12 weeks of paid family and medical leave. Like, that's a requirement in her plan. Maintain fair scheduling practices and ensuring that employees may exercise collective bargaining rights, such as posting notices of collective bargaining rights and maintaining complete neutrality in regard to union organizing. So they basically have to be union people. None of that should be important. It should be like, okay, well, we need a thing that's saving the planet. So instead of putting all of these barriers in it, like it has to be made here and then we have to ship it everywhere. And if companies are from around the world want our technology, they have to like ask us nice, and then they have to build it in America. Like, we have American car companies don't just have American car companies in the United States or in North America. They have car companies in other countries because it's easier to build and ship things. It's just, this is Looney Tunes. Okay. Charles Duke, add 12 zeros to this 2 trillion. Thank you very much, Charles. John O. and Soup de Tot say, Andrew, we love you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Appreciate all of the... Oh, wow. 563 subscribers watching. Or I don't know if you're all subscribers, but thanks. That's really cool. Wow. That's I'm not doing... not playing any video games. I haven't played Overwatch in like a month, honestly. Woo wei, cheers. Thank you very much. Oh, and Nathan Thompson, here's some money coin. Thank you very much. And that was a thing. In this plan, there was a thing to like, oh, we can like invest in fusion. Like, is that is that something that is even feasible? Like, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I am a senior political analyst. Not a scientist. Will Carter, thank you. Thank you for the free money. Appreciate you. And Doug Eisen, thank you very much. What are your thoughts about the recent news about Naval Special Warfare Operator Eddie Gallagher? I do not know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll check it out later on. Keep up the good work that I already do. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Sean Edwards, thank you. So yeah. So I don't know. Like what exactly are we going to pay towards this R&D? Like other than, I mean, just make a bunch of nuclear. Use natural gas. Seems like it's pretty easy. Like, natural gas is pretty clean. And I'm sure that eventually we can find a way to deal with nuclear waste. You know, put money in that. I'm sure, you know, I'm not saying like, well, you just shoot it in space. Who cares, right? But there has to be something other than let's just make a brand new thing that out of the ether. Like, I don't understand. This is where the Democratic Party is. And the same thing with Yang. The same thing with Andrew Yang. When he goes, okay, well, here's how we pay for UBI. And one of the things he goes, we're going to save like $200 million because people will be healthier. Like, what? What does that even mean? That's an intangible. That's not a thing that's real. Kyle, Epstein didn't kill himself. You rock, Andrew. Thank you. Charles Duke, need 1 trillion people to donate $2. That would be nice. Brandon Blagg says, I wonder if YouTube will let you have this free super chat. It says available only for certain channels. Not sure if you're far left enough. Well, thank you. And H. William Pullins, money, and Alex Jones. What's your stance? 12 weeks paid maternity leave. This is what I might actually mention this in my next video. But India has something like 26 weeks. It's crazy. But Quartz India did a analysis, and they said that 26 weeks, that's a lot, but only 1% of the workforce that are women are eligible for it. So it's like when Yang's like, oh, well, we're one of like only like 4 countries that doesn't have, paid maternity leave or paid family leave. It's like, sort of, not really. Like, I mean, if you look at China, I mean, they have paid maternity leave, but then again, they also limit how many kids you can have. So it's not really a balance. Double Helix, great channel. Keep telling the truth. Thank you. I definitely try to be fair, and Shorty, Andrew, you're my hero. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I have definitely defended Tulsi Gabbard in a lot of my in a few of my videos now, like 2 or 3 of them. And I will say this, like, she's a progressive. A lot of her policies stink, absolutely. But I do believe that she's genuine. She's not going like, oh, okay, that's my position. She believes in all these things. And like Elizabeth Warren just a couple weeks ago was like, oh, no, it's Medicare for all. We're going to get rid of private insurance. And in the last debate, she's like, oh, well, we're going to have a public option. And in 3 years, we're going to vote on it because people are going to taste it and they're going to love it. And it's like, you just flip-flopped. You went from crazy far left to moderately far left. And that's not genuine. Tulsi Gabbard is consistent. Bernie Sanders definitely consistent. Although he hasn't gotten anything done. I pointed this out in the video. He's gotten nothing done. Brandon Blagg, here's another, since you said my last name right. Love your videos. Just wish you made it more frequently. And I miss you ragging on MTV. I miss ragging on MTV too. I'm waiting for more decoded videos if they even make them. I don't think that I think they might be done. So, Alex James, Tulsi wants reparations. Like, no. Castro, he was the one. Castro was talking about decriminalizing the border, and he was also talking about reparations. And that, like, people don't like Castro, but they kind of latched onto those ideas. And now people, like, all of those people are like, hey, let's give free healthcare to illegal immigrants, and let's all do all these things. So it's thanks to him, but he has no chance becoming the nominee. And so actually, let's take a look at that real quick. I go to this like 80 times a day. Real Clear Politics, they have the polling data, like the average for all of the polls. Steve Wilson, keep up the good work, bro. Thank you very, very much. Wait, yeah, okay, there we go. Castro, this is really funny. So Bloomberg, who just entered the race like Sunday, he's polling at 2.3%, his average. He's doing better than Klobuchar, Gabbard, Booker, Castro, Steyer, and Bennett. I don't even know why Bennett's still in the race, Senator Bennett. That's crazy to me. And Steyer is this is unreal too. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is Bernie. Bernie Sanders has a lot of money. A lot of money. Right now, Bernie Sanders had $231 million in contributions in 2016. Right now, he has in total contributions $61 million. This is crazy. You're gonna. This is just from July to September. Let's see here. Total individual contributions to Tom Steyer are like $2 million. Candidate contributions, which means contributions from him, like his own money, $47.597 million of his own money. He's basically, if you watch CNN, and I have to watch CNN because of my job, but you'll see like Tom Steyer ads like all over the place. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So basically he's trying to buy his way into the debates. And if you can actually here, let me go to this. I go to this every day too. I go to a bunch of things every day. So this is on Wikipedia. They basically show who, like, this is the sixth debate. There's an other debate. There's a debate on the 19th of December, like just days away from Christmas, and they're gonna force people to watch an other debate, which is just mind blowing. But Steyer doesn't have enough individual donors yet, but he's qualified in polls because he's basically bought the polls. Let's face it. Yang and Booker have enough donors, but right now, and Yang's probably going to make the debate, but Booker there's no polling. Like he has no qualifying polls. Tulsi Gabbard is wow, look at that. She needs like 8 more donors to go. There we go. She needs like less than 1,000 donors to get in, and then she only needs 1 more qualifying poll, either like a national poll or like a primary poll. So Gabbard actually might end up getting into the debate too if she can squeak out 1 more poll. She's got like 2 more weeks. Booker probably isn't going to make it. Yang is probably going to make it, but he always hovers around. He needs to get like a 4% poll, and I don't think he's going to get that. And Steyer, he just needs to basically give everybody a whole bunch of money and say, here, give it back to my campaign so I can get into the debate. Matt Dog, I love giving Google's money away. Thank you very much. And The One. I have to watch CNN because of my job. Take off your shirt, Andrew. Well, thank you very much. Wow, Jen, I want to say that I greatly appreciate your fine work. Much love and respect, Jen. Much love to you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jen. And Nathan Thompson again. YouTube won't let me give this money to other channels that criticize the left, so giving $20 total to you. Thank you very much. It's definitely appreciated because, you know, you can always use that cash. Free money. Again, thank you, Nathan. So, what else am I? What else can I talk about? Let's see here. I forgot to mention, I'm on Twitter. I don't know how much of you guys, if you guys go on Twitter or not, but if you go on Twitter, I'll likely follow you back. Just like respond to a tweet, say something nice or whatever. I'll probably follow you back. I don't spend a ton of time on Twitter, but it's, you know, it's definitely where I rant and rave about stuff. And as a reminder, between now and sometime in December, my merch store is having a 15% off merchandise sale for Black Friday, my year anniversary, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. And a brand new shirt, the patriotic cat. You know, I need to do something about my branding, but I love the cat. Cat's in front of an American flag. Boom, there you go. And also, by the way, I've kept the prices on everything fairly low. I don't make a ton of profit from stuff, honestly. You know, because I kind of want to just get this stuff out there. I think it's fun. So, you know, buy a t-shirt, buy stickers too. I kept the stickers really low too, the prices for the stickers too. So, but yeah, so follow me on Twitter. It's don't walk ___ run. So it's because you know people had don't walk run already. So and don't walk run productions is kind of convoluted. It's just like a big thing. So yeah, so follow me on Twitter and I'll probably follow you back. I'll check on that like later tonight. Nathan, hope YouTube won't steal my free money given. No, I don't think they will. Andrew, what are your thoughts on the Federal Reserve and its monetary policy? AOC openly stated that she expects Fed just print money for the Green New Deal. See, and that's the thing. People don't understand that we have a $23 trillion deficit right now, and not deficit, debt. Like we owe that much. The deficit for this year's budget is something like $700 million. I'm probably wrong. It's really high though, because Democrats and Republicans are just spending money like it's nothing. Like you could just go and say, hey, the Fed, can you print some more? Just do yourself a favor, invest in gold. Just invest in gold and maybe even Bitcoin, just something, because we're going to be in trouble eventually. So thank you, Alexi, for that. Appreciate it. And good question. Snow Ranger 19, do you think Gabbard will end up being picked for something by Trump in 2020 if she doesn't win the nomination? Well, first of all, she's not winning the nomination. That's not happening. She met with Trump back like a week and a half after he was elected. She was one of the people that met him in Trump Tower as president-elect. And there was a rumor that she was going to be maybe called as like the ambassador to the UN, but that went to Nikki Haley. And I mean, it's possible that she might go into the administration, but she's so much of a lefty. I think she's kind of just waiting for Bernie Sanders, because I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders would give her a position. And with this whole Syria baggage, this Assad baggage, which is just ridiculous. She's getting a really unfair rap, you know. I think that, I mean, she's definitely not a moderate or a conservative Democrat at all. I mean, she had a Green New Deal thing before AOC ever had one. So, she also said that she's not running for a fifth term in Congress. So I don't know what her plan is, but she's really trying. She's all in. She's all in for the presidency. So, I mean, good luck to her. You know, I respect the fact that she's genuine, and I respect the fact that she's calling out the DNC, because they're definitely a huge corrupt organization. Nebulous, favorite Star Wars movies from best to worst. Oh my God. Well, okay. All right. Empire, Star Wars, A New Hope. So Empire, A New Hope, Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, The Force Awakens, and then Phantom Menace, and then Last Jedi. I probably missed one. Oh, and then I'm not counting Solo. That was really funny. I'm like watching Solo, I'm watching the trailer, and like Chewie's like hanging off the side of a train. You're like, oh no, Chewie, I hope you don't die. Like, where's the drama? You know that these characters live. So, there you go. But the best Star Wars movie is definitely Empire. and or maybe Rise of the Skywalker or whatever. That looks terrible, terrible. That yeah, this scene, they're like, oh, stormtroopers can fly now. Like, yeah, they can fly. And why isn't she using the Force to, like, in a second you're gonna see the, like, why she's got the Force. You'd think that Rey would just go, like, use the Force and just, like, knock them to the ground, but I guess she doesn't do that. Instead, she's got her tiny little blaster that she doesn't even need. She doesn't even need it, because she's, like, the most powerful woman in all of Star Wars. Okay. Johnny, I'm totally cannot pronounce your last name. Johnny, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Johnny Magia, maybe? It's probably not it. Sorry, dude. No. Do you think recession is soon or just a slowdown? We just hit a record high with the Dow, so I don't see a slowdown anytime soon. I will say this: if Trump gets impeached and it looks like he's going to get kicked out of office, or one of the this is when, if it looks like the Democrats are going to be strong enough to win, you're going to see a lot of companies going, we have a reserve, better save it. Like, don't hire anybody. Let's kind of cut back on R&D. Let's cut back on growth, because we're probably going to hit a recession. I remember on election night where people were like, "Oh my God, Trump!" Like, stocks are down. They were like looking at foreign at futures and at all these things, and it's like, just watch. There's no uncertainty here. Trump is good for business. And days later, there was like a record high. So, yeah, I mean, the economy's cyclical and it's definitely very emotional. But right now, I don't see a recession or a slowdown anytime soon. Watch Maria Barlatamo. She'll say the same thing. Doug Essen. Context: we love Eddie Gallagher, a badass in special operations. He was vilified by the left, and Trump interviewed twice, restored his rank, plus tried it. Oh, good for him. Joe Heller, thank you very much. Will Carter, good order, Andrew. Here's my, so Empire, New Hope, Sith, Phantom Menace. Oh wait, yeah, it's I want Star Wars to die at this point. I haven't even bought tickets for the new one. I don't think I'm going to, honestly. Joe Heller, $5. Thank you very much. And Matthew Harris, who do you think will win the Dem primary and why? It's too soon to tell. Anything could happen. But right now it looks like Biden's strong enough because he's probably going to lose in Iowa. He's probably going to lose in New Hampshire. But when you get to South Carolina and when you get to Nevada, which are definitely more diverse as far as voters go, I think it's like 60% of like you're gonna see a lot of black voters come out for Biden just based on the fact that he's riding on Obama's coattails. So he's gonna win South Carolina and he's gonna win Nevada. He's going to win a lot of the southern states. But it's really tough to figure out like who's going to win New Hampshire because they're so close to Bernie's home state and they're close to Elizabeth Warren's state. Not her home state. Like she's from the Cherokee Nation or something. I seem to remember. So I'm not sure. It really depends. I mean, I think Sanders might actually squeak it out, but Sanders has the money and he's going to hang on. And Elizabeth Warren has some money. Pete Buttigieg definitely has some money, but he doesn't have the support of the black community. Nor does Harris. And she's going to be in the next debate, but I don't see her lasting past February, honestly. Poofy's saying, Poofy's doing all the chats. Oh, Eric Peterson. Thank you. Yang Gang. How's it going, Andrew? Hope your night's going well. Happy Thanksgiving. Want to talk about the new Tesla truck. Oh, wow. Supposedly they made it look like it was from Blade Runner, but I don't see it. And I love Blade Runner, and I love the new Blade Runner too. Great movie. In fact, I was watching the Red Letter Media review of Blade Runner 2049, which is a great flick. Beautiful looking movie. So thank you, Eric. It's good to see you. Snow Ranger, if impeachment doesn't remove Trump from office and he wins 2020, what do you think the Democrats will do and say? Will it reboot the party? And Brandon Stewart, hey, I like your channel. I'm at work, but just felt I should say that. Okay, God bless you. Thank you, Brandon. And back to you, Snow Ranger. That might be. Here's what I think might happen. There's no strong Democrat to beat Trump, because no matter who wins, you're gonna get to the debates, and Trump's at that point will have almost 4 years in office. He knows what's going on. He has an advantage, and I don't think any of these people can beat Trump. Trump just sucks. He just sucks the air out of the room. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like it. So yeah, I don't think anybody can beat Trump. That's why they're trying to take him down. And with the economy so strong, it's really, really, really difficult. As look, my recession or Trump video, which was such a great. That was a fun one to do. Like, people are just like, they don't want a recession. And I think that if nobody's going to vote for Bernie Sanders over Trump in the general, like, legitimate, like, I'm not talking about, hardcore Democrats, but I'm talking about moderates and independents. They're going to be like, no, I like that I'm working. And, I like that I'm paying less taxes. And let's see. Oh, Will Carter calling it Dem Superdels will nom Bloomberg. I'll talk about that in a second. But I think next cycle for 2024, Michelle Obama will probably run, and she'll win easily. She's super popular. She's one of the most popular, well-known women on the planet. Got those biceps too. But she's probably gonna run and win. She has no legitimate experience other than being, like the wife of the president. But other than that, I think she could totally win. And depending on who she picks you could have a ticket with two females. It's very possible. So I was going to, so as far as Bloomberg goes, Bloomberg is going to spend a lot of money. He's going to spend easily $100 million on ad buys. And that's a lot. And he's a self-made billionaire. Like, his daddy didn't give him money. Let's see. Hey, Andrew, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet? I haven't, actually. I never played the first one either. And I have no interest in playing Death Stranding. It just, I've seen 2 videos that Donkey made, and it just looks awful. I'm really down with Call of Duty right now. I've been playing multiplayer, and it's really fun. Opinions on Cardi B. Oh, she's totally all in for Sanders. Look, I don't care about Cardi B, honestly. Message retracted. Wow. Well, who even did this? Well, anyway, thank you for that. Thank you for that money. Appreciate it. And David Halper. Like Halpert? No, I'm kidding. Like from The Office. Feel the burn. Thank you. So let's see what else I can talk about real quick. Andrew, what kind of juice do you like? Here, I'll answer some questions. Did you know that Andrew Yang didn't release his tax returns? The only one. And I don't think he'll need to, honestly, because he's not going to get the nomination, so it doesn't even matter. He might be part of an administration somewhere, but because people kind of like him, but he's kind of useless otherwise. So, let's see. Andrew, what kind of juice do you like? Orange juice. I like orange juice. Do you like Luigi's Mansion? I haven't played it. I went to the Nintendo store and bought the shirt because I thought it was cool. And that was it. I I go to the Nintendo store all the time and buy shirts, and only basically wear them for the channel. I don't ever, I don't ever like wear them out in public. So, let's see here. It's unreal. So my this live stream, which was so edgy, you could see how edgy it was. It needed a manual review because it's so edgy. It's such an edgy video because I'm unreal. So thanks, YouTube. Fucktards. Donovan says, what do you think the chances of Michelle Obama will run? I don't think she'll run this year because there's too much at stake. She does not want to lose against Trump. I can tell you that right now. That would just destroy. That would destroy. Like the Democrats, they would just freak out. So, yeah, I don't think she's gonna run, but I think that she will absolutely run in 2024. That's my opinion on it. And Tulsi needs to show more skin if she wants to win. No, oh, that was another thing. Here, I'm gonna talk about this real quick because this really made me angry. Fifth debate, part 1, part 2. Okay, here's some stuff to look at here. Let's see. Oh, I have. Okay. I actually have it in a. Hold on a second. Dun, dun, dun. So this actually makes me really angry. The way that people are treated, like how Tulsi's being treated. Where did it go here? The New York Times came out with basically a hit piece going, oh, she wore white. She wore a white pantsuit. That's bad. You know, that's like, oh, we could barely take our eyes off of it. Where did it go here? Oh, here, look at this picture, by the way. What is happening here with Amy Klobuchar? Did you guys see the where I kind of pointed out that she was like shaking? People were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay, lady?" Yeah, I can't find it here, and I don't have a New York Times thing, but basically the New York Times came out and they were like, "Oh, Tulsi wore a cult-like pantsuit, a white pantsuit." But then during the State of the Union, they're like, "Oh, the Democratic women, the women, they wore white and they could not be ignored." And then they're like, "Oh, the case of Melania Trump wearing it and the white pantsuit." Like, are you fucking kidding? Let's see. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry, guys. Oh, actually, let me look one more thing. I got rid of it. Okay. Anyway, so I might talk about that later in my next video, in the next debate video, which should be coming out on Saturday. So look forward to that. And let me look at some super chats real quick. Doug Essen, just giving you money. Keep doing what you do. Thank you. And J-Side Project, 99 cents. Got 99 cents. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And no, what are the farthest left and right opinions you have? That's a great question. I have to think about it for a second, but that's a great question. Wow. That's tough. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not super conservative, honestly. I wouldn't even call myself a libertarian. I'm just more like common sense. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. That's a good question, though. I have to think about that. I'll have to get back to you. I can't change my name. Send help. $5. Thank you very much. You've changed your avatar, though. Oh, unless you have one of those avatars, it's like a GIF that swaps around. The laugh of a woman who is going insane. That's Senator Harris. She's crazy. Oh yeah. Anyway, this Amy Klobuchar thing. I just saw this on her site, and I'm like, what is happening with this? This is so funny. Oh, so China, top geopolitical threat to the U.S. or not? I'd say not just to the U.S., but just like overall. I mean, what they're doing in the South China Sea is just really very concerning, because it's called the South China Sea. So they're like, oh, this is ours. We can do whatever the hell we want to it. So they basically take these reefs that you can't even like walk on, and they just build stuff on top of it. And they're like, okay, this is ours now, and now you can't come within like 200 nautical miles of my land. It's just basically their way to control shipping lanes. And this is why we need a Space Force, because they're trying to block communications with satellites. So we need Space Force. Definitely a must. That picture has good Photoshop potential. That's all. Maybe I'll do like a caption contest on YouTube, like on the community page, like, caption this. I mean, Amy Klobuchar is not super crazy. She does want like, okay, all right. I was thinking of mentioning this. This is crazy. No. Okay. Senator Amy Klobuchar releases plan of more than 100 actions for her first 100 days as president. Look how long this thing is. During her first 100 days, she will, and I can't even read all these. Like, it just goes on and on and on. It's everything. It's like in the first 100 days, she's going to do all these, and I'm like halfway through right now. She's going to do all of these things. Every single one of them. Improve train safety. What? Okay, sure. Like look at this. It's like you invest in Alzheimer's research. Well, I mean, how does she do that? Like with an executive order? Just go through Congress. I don't think Congress is going to have a problem, investing in Alzheimer's research. I know Joe Biden's going to need it. But I mean, look how long this thing is. It's crazy. And at the bottom it says, and more. Senator Klobuchar is committed to governing from opportunity and taking administrative actions when it comes to our foreign policy and security, veterans. Oh my God, it just goes on and on. That's a lot. She's not even gonna. Well, she's not gonna get the presidency. She is also complaining that there are no female presidents. It's like, well, we've had female vice presidents run. You didn't like them. And like Carly Fiorina ran, like you didn't like her. Like we didn't like Clinton, but we didn't like her either. It's all about who's qualified. Is Trump qualified? Well, he made a better case than Clinton, I think. Let's see. Dun dun dun. I hope you guys like this green screen, by the way. What is your honest opinion about Andrew Yang, says J-Side Project. I think he is probably a nice guy, but his policies are terrible. And instead of paying off the deficit, or like a VAT, right? A value added tax. Amazon's not going to be paying the value added tax. It's going to be the companies that are selling the things on Amazon. So Amazon's still, going to get away with not paying federal taxes. Because remember, Amazon, they didn't make money for a very long time, and they were kind of playing a long game. They're like, okay, we're going to take these profits and we're going to just invest the hell out of warehouses and technology and Alexa and all these things. And now it's paying off finally after years, because they didn't make, I think only like in the last 5 or 6 years, they actually started making a profit, and they still invest a lot of money. They've invested like over $100 billion into infrastructure. So they're creating jobs. Whether you like these jobs or not, that's another story. But I think Andrew Yang's kind of useless, and he's just taking up space at these debates, honestly. Which Democrat do you think should be nominated? I don't think any of them should be nominated. None of them. Not one. McKindy. Is that your last name? Where are you from? That's a cool name. And I like your avatar too. So J-Side Project, thank you very much. And let's see. Iatayo McKindy. I probably said that wrong, but thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Angel Dominguez. Vermin Supreme 2020. Well, who do you guys think is going to, I asked this earlier, but who do you guys think is going to be the nomination, the nominee for the Democrats? Like, who do you think? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk right now. And I'm going to wrap this up soon-ish. What's wrong with Joe Biden? I don't know. I think he's had Alzheimer's. There's something wrong with him. He was, I'm going to talk about this in my next video, but he was just like, violence against women. We just need to punch at it. Like, what? What are you talking about? His choice of words. And he's probably going to pick somebody terrible, like Stacey Abrams, which would just be insane as a vice presidential pick. Wow. Again, let's see. Warren, Biden, stop saying Tulsi. Let's be realistic, and don't say Yang either. And actually, here's a question. Here's another question. Let's see. What will happen with Yang Gang? Like when Yang drops out of the race, first of all, Yang Gang, like they're all in, and they make the memes, they make videos, they make songs, they love Yang. But what happens when he drops out? Are they going to go in, like, are they going to be like, you know what, Elizabeth Warren, we're going to make her meme queen now? Like, do you think that's going to happen? Probably not. I think they're probably just going to stay home. They're not going to support. They'll go out and vote maybe, but they're not going to give their support to anybody. They're not going to go out and say, hey, let's put all of our energy behind Bernie Sanders now. Like, that's not happening, unless like Warren is like, you know what? I love this UBI thing. It's going to be great. So everybody, Andrew Yang was never going to be president, but I'm going to co-opt his freedom dividend. And so, I'll get all of your 2% of support. Ian says, I wrote a book called 270 and it's political. Aha. It's 270 to win. So, very good. Let's see here. Oh, what Jimmy Dore? I saw. Do you watch Jimmy Dore? I don't watch Jimmy Dore. Let's see here. As a conservative, if a Democrat is going to win the next election, I would want it to be Tulsi. She's the most reasonable of the group. Not necessarily. She had a Green New Deal bill that was very, like, it wasn't a Green New Deal bill, but it was. She did it before it was cool to do it. She went to Standing Rock. She's super progressive. like everybody just, I like that she's reasonable. Like she's not hyper partisan. Her policies are terrible, but she's not hyper partisan, and I totally respect her for that. And she's genuine, and that's what I really like about Tulsi. And I want her to stay in the debates. Chaotic House, thank you very much. Appreciate you. $20. That's awesome. Thank you. And Baby Yoda was almost replaced with CGI. Oh boy. I love that Warner Hers. We got to talk about The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian. He's kind of a wimp though. He keeps getting his butt kicked, but at least he's not like Superwoman like Rey. So I like The Mandalorian. I'm definitely looking forward to the next few episodes. And the new Rick and Morty was amazing. So good. It was like one of the most convoluted things I've ever seen. But it all worked. It was just all perfect. Loved it. Doug, again, thanks for supporting the special operators families are torn apart for the support of this country. And these warriors are on the front line. Most people never hear about them. SEALs, SWCC, CCT, PJ. Well, Doug, thank you. Again, Donovan, Liz Warren lying about her son's private education and her Native American ancestries were two oofs for her. I don't think anybody cares. I, as a pundit, I'm like, this, like, she just keeps lying about stuff. Lying about, like, oh, she was kicked out of her job because she was pregnant or something. All BS. But nobody cares. Elizabeth Warren Peter are like, oh, she's persisting and she's a woman and she's the most viable woman we've had since Clinton. So, I don't think it's going to hurt Warren too bad. I think the conservatives are going to keep playing it up. And if she ever gets to debate with Trump, he's going to talk about it. Trust me. He's going to say all these things and it's going to be beautiful. It might stop her from being president, but it's definitely not going to stop her from being the nominee if she even gets that far. Hunter Biden making $50,000 a year, not $50,000 a year, making $50,000 a month. Boomhauer, keep up the good work. Epstein didn't kill himself. I would have to agree. I'm pretty sure that those guards were not okay legally. I mean, it's possible that the guards were paid off. There's no proof of it. Just as much as there's no proof that Epstein killed himself. So, okay. All right. So just as a reminder, my t-shirt store, and it's not just, here, I'll show you the one thing I did here. It's great. I made these, stickers and I kept the price, like they're really nice stickers. I'm making really no money off of these. But they're very cool, and I just ordered a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna put them on my laptop. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, these look great. I've ordered them. They look great on shirts. The graphics are very cool. So what's the other one that I like? If you look at the shirt close up, you'll see like these whiskers, like the cat actually has whiskers. And I was at first I was like, oh man, I hope they print well. And they printed great. They look so good. I love these shirts. I don't really wear them on the show, but I made all of them myself. Eventually I'll get some other stuff. But like professional mansplainer with a cat, it's so odd and I've had, a lot of my female fans have come out and said, hey, I bought this shirt and it's great. I love it. And they've like sent me pictures, like proving it, including Poofy. So, Patreon equals 0 t-shirt purchase. Okay. Let's see here. Does the sticker last longer than Joe Biden's thought process? Football Lover 90 says, hope you have a great Thanksgiving, Andrew and Poofy. Oh, thank you. I'm going to answer a little bit, a couple more questions, and then I'm going to go to the channel member live stream. So I'm going to wrap this up in like 10 minutes. Because consistently we've had like 600 people on. So I'm pretty happy about that. I said 9:30 that was going to start, sorry guys, but I'll do it like for another 10 more minutes. So for $4.99 a month, you get an access to a cool loyalty badge next to your YouTube username on the channel, and you get some cool emoji. And you get like a special Discord role too. So Poofy's awesome, by the way. Poofy's super, super helpful, helping me kind of flesh out stuff in my scripts. And I appreciate you, Poofy. I've told you this countless times, but I will say it again. Poofy's great. And follow Poofy on Twitter too. Poofy's pretty awesome. So, and if you follow Poofy, I'll definitely follow you back. How's that? So Poofy has, here's Poofy's convoluted username. But go follow Poofy. She's awesome. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. Let's see. JSide Project says, if Yang isn't the nominee, it's Trump 2020. Well, he's not going to be the nominee. I mean, if you see his polling, it's awful. Although he's polling better than Harris, but she's just dipped. So, what's my favorite shirt of my t-shirts that I have here, or like my favorite shirt that I've worn on the show? My favorite shirt actually might be my Breeders shirt, from the band The Breeders, who I love. But out of these, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say. I really like just like the just the cat by itself. I think that's really cool. But I'm really, I really love the patriotic cat. I think that's my new favorite out of these. So, Dustin Peterson, I love your channel. Please keep it up. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Dustin. And YM, do you think Trump can lose? Yeah. Yeah, he can. Trump could totally lose. Not for this impeachment BS, but he could totally lose. He do something stupid. He's not bulletproof. If the economy tanks between now and the end of the year, well, forget it, But I think Trump has a very, very good chance of winning in 2020. Because just on the fact that the economy is doing so great, it's hard to vote against that, He'll probably lose the popular vote again. I can tell you that right now. But also the Democratic Party is so fractured. It's almost like Trump wins by default. Like, you think the people are going to be like, you know what? I don't like Trump as a person, but I really like the fact that he still have a job and that he's like coherent. So, F. Mary Kill, AOC, Anna Kasparian, Francesca Ramsey. Oh man. I'm not going there. I'm sorry. Can't do that right now. Because I don't want to come off as racist or something. Like, if I say I want to, no. Tulsi can bend spoons with her mind. I almost watched The Matrix earlier. The Matrix is on Netflix, but I was getting ready for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed me screwing with Elizabeth Warren, kind of breaking that down. Like, just can Kanye win in 2024? No. I'd vote for him. I'd vote for Kanye, but nobody's gonna take that dude seriously. That's not happening. Why, M? Do you think because the Dems' economy will tank? I mean, just $52 trillion or $30 trillion or 20 or whatever it is for Medicare for all. Yeah, that's scary. I mean, that's just going to, and then on top of that, they're going to go, oh, and no more fossil fuels. Let's just get rid of like 1/4 of the U.S. economy because the climate might be changing or something. Do I believe in climate change? Sure. But do I believe that we only have 12 years left to do something about it? Fine. You know what? Let's say 12 years. You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it in 12 years. It's impossible. Logistically, it's impossible. You can't do anything about it. Because even if we did everything in our power in the United States, you still have the rest of the world. And they're not jumping on this. Oh, well, they're in the Kyoto or the Paris Accord. They're not doing anything about it. And India is still like an emerging country. You think that they're going to get rid of air conditioning and all their carbon anytime soon? Absolutely not. Forget it. Like, they are screwed. Fine. Yeah, so I think the economy is going to tank if we get John Edwards come back. Oh man, that's a deep cut. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys again. For the channel members, just stay tuned. Look at the community page in a couple minutes, I guess, like in the next 5 minutes or so, and I'll make that work. Thank you everybody for hanging out for me, like for Thanksgiving, and checking out my merch, and again, promo code WANGGANG to get 15% off on everything between now and sometime in December. So 15% off. So already you guys are going to be saving some money. So thank you to Poofy for moderating. She's been super great, and I know there's a lot of moderators in here. So thank you to everybody. Thank you for joining me. Missed most of this. Well, it's on the DVR. So, this is probably my best live stream as far as content, and the audio was in sync and all these things. So, thanks everybody for hanging out, and next video should be up on Saturday. And just thanks for everything, and thanks for all the support, and oh my God, look at this. We have just one more thing before I leave. Let's see here. We have a lot of subscribers. It's like 200 and where is it here? Hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, 243,000 subscribers. So 243,305 subscribers. So that is super cool. So thank you for that. And I guess that's it. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope I didn't lose any subscribers today. But yeah, this is great. I'm glad I had a few hundred people watching, and next time I do this, I'm gonna try and have a special guest. And if you think follow me on Twitter again. One last pitch for that. Follow Poofy on Twitter, but definitely follow me. Let's see here. Yeah. So don't walk ___run.com. I will do the Keem. Maybe I won't. Okay. I gotta go. Bye guys. Thanks again for everything, and I'll see you next time.